Hi guys, I'm back. Please share this, retweet this. Let's let this go viral. The event is just about to get out. It will be getting out soon. I've seen a few people, kind of early stragglers, start to stream out. Probably about half a dozen people. I kind of feel that it's about ready to get out. LA Child, thank you for retweeting this and inviting followers. I appreciate that. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting next probably 20-30 minutes as everyone leaves the venue. So what's going on? We're outside the Kathy Griffin event where she's doing her comedy show. Doe, thank you for sharing on Twitter. Yeah, we will be careful. Police, we have coordinated with the police. So what are we doing? We're protesting Kathy Griffin's use of terrorist imagery. So she basically borrowed imagery from ISIS, depicting herself holding a bloodied, severed head of our president. We do not side with violence. We do not side with terrorism. Matthew Prewett.
Matthew Prewett. He's doing a live feed right now. Go to his page.
So yeah. Yeah, so exactly. Lovely lady with a bloodied head. So we are out here saying we do not stand with her incitement of violence. We do not stand with her hate. She's a vile comedian. She, a number of years ago at the Emmy Awards, said that Jesus could go suck it. I mean, that's the kind of vileness that she has, the kind of hate that she has. So we are out here saying that we oppose her hate and we support our president. And we have about seven of us total out here countering it. You can see our group, it's a little dark, but we have the Trump flag being held out here, and we have people starting to stream out. A few people. Yeah, no, I agree. She does. Hello. Good evening.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed.
What's going on in here?
Oh, we like our president.
You're Trump supporters. Good for you. Good for you. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
She cried, exactly. She cried saying she's the victim. Exactly. Exactly. That's what she did. So, yeah, so we're out here. Go on to Amber Gwen Cummings' Facebook page. She and Dennis went inside the venue, and when Kathy Griffin started speaking ill about our president, they stood up and they dropped the Trump flag from the balcony and started, yelling in support of Trump. So, Tammy, thank you, appreciate that. So let's get this shared, retweeted, etc. Right now we just have a few early people coming out, but we're going to be getting more people soon. Thank you. And we're going to be doing, even more stuff in the time to come.
Give me something, and, if you come up with something that's good, tell me. I'll say, yeah, you got a point. I'm not afraid to say they got a point. They got a point, that's fine. So, there'll be thousands, literally thousands of people coming out of here, probably 2,000-3,000 people that are anti-Trump supporters, I'm sure, and we're standing right on the sidewalk. So we may become a permanent fixture in the streets, so that's very possible.
Amber is an amazing patriot, organizer, a fixture here in the Bay Area, born and raised in the Bay Area. She's standing against communism, standing against those anti-American, racist thugs. And she's organizing the Tommy Robinson rally outside of the UK consulate here in San Francisco on July 7th. And then the first weekend of August, she's organizing 2 days of rallies back-to-back, one here in San Francisco, one in Berkeley, basically protesting the influence of Marxism. in our civilization. And basically, I think the name is Say No to Marxism, too. It's a follow-up to the other Berkeley rallies. And so it's going to be intense. I'm going to be there, and I want to thank all of you for your support. I am going Marxism, Karl Marx, communism. But anyway, I will be there. I'll be reporting. I'm going to be outfitted. I just received the funding for a GoPro, so I'm going to be getting that in the next few days. And yeah. So that will help improve the quality of the footage that I'm able to get at these kind of events, and also enable me to capture quality footage for YouTube at the same time that I'm doing periscopes. So it's definitely going to be a huge improvement. So I want to thank all of you for supporting what I'm doing, and thank you. And you can check my Twitter page or check my Periscope from a day or two ago on ways that you can support what I'm doing, ways that you can get behind me and help fund what I'm doing here in the midst of the Bay Area, shining light into the darkness, confronting hate, confronting Marxism, and all of that. One thing I did not mention in that Periscope is Super Hearts. You can chime in there with the Super Hearts. I know some of you are on. Some of you already do that. I'm a third of the way to super broadcaster status. Super Hearts is what gets that. So SoCal Patriot, thank you for the Super Heart there. Much appreciated. But yeah, those Super Hearts definitely help build my prominence here on Periscope. And also, once I reach super broadcaster status, which we already have the viewership for that, I just need more Super Hearts to hit that, then there's a shared monetization from Periscope. So that's a big support that you guys can do from here in the app. And I know there's a number of you who already do that, including SoCal Patriot, Sharon, and a couple others, chime in with the Super Hearts quite a bit. So that's definitely something that you can all do that's very easy right there. All of yours were confiscated for reporting underage users. That's crazy. I didn't know about that. They could confiscate Super Hearts there. So somebody needs to, how exactly do you do that? Just by standing in opposition of it. Just by saying, we do not stand for hate. We stand in opposition of hate, opposition of violence, etc. So Amber made a call earlier this evening on one of our other streams from earlier. And so I just want to echo that call and challenge all of you to go on to Kathy Griffin's webpage. Thank you so much, Steve, for that Super Heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. But go on to Kathy Griffin's webpage. See her itinerary. See if she's coming to a city near you. Go there and peacefully protest her. Just like we are. We're being extra careful to, not be threatening, to be there with extreme peace. We're just we're using our words. We're not intimidating people. We are simply confronting the hate and saying that we support our president. That's all we are doing. We love our president, and we stand in opposition to hate and violence and the incitement of violence. That's what we're doing here, and we're calling on you to do the same if you're able. She's going to be in Portland. Get a few patriots. There's patriots in Portland. Get them. If she's coming to your city, gather a few people. I mean, we did this with and I'm sorry, my vision is bad, so I'm having to squint. Whoever said I love what you're doing, thank you so much. Appreciate that. But yeah, so anyway, show up, gather a few people. We're doing this with 7 people. Now, a lot of us are, regular activists. We're used to this. But you know what? I've been doing this for 9 months. I've been doing this since September. I'm a newbie on the scene, and look at everything that I'm doing. You can do it too in your city. So all it takes is fearlessness. So, but yeah, Steven, thank you so much for the super hearts there. Yeah, much appreciated. Steve, thank you. I'm glad that you're proud of me. Appreciate that. I appreciate all of your support. Appreciate everyone's support tonight and throughout the time. It's Grace Cathedral. Grace Cathedral. It's an Episcopal church, extremely leftist.
Really?
Oh yeah. They basically embrace all religions. They
did the Church of Beyonce in there, actually.
Yeah, they had the Beyonce mass.
Whatever that is. I don't know.
Well, they basically played Beyonce songs for a mass. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was weird. Everyone did, except them. They have an icon of Harvey Milk as like a saint, depicting him as a saint, which is strange because he was an atheist. But
Yeah, that's a little.
That is really
but
strange.
I mean, but because they
Patriot,
yeah.
but atheist.
So they have in there in like the front, they have a interfaith chapel, interfaith memorial chapel for AIDS victims, and I think that's where the Harvey Milk thing, because it's basically saying he's an icon of the city, icon of the LGBT struggle, which they're very passionate about. But yeah, they also had a huge contingent at the Women's March.
Really?
Oh yeah, with signs saying that they're. Oh, it's a gorgeous. It's equally beautiful inside, if not more so. I think of all the cathedrals in the city, it's the most beautiful cathedral in the city.
I want to go check it out.
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
I know I've seen it on
it's
TV.
gorgeous.
I know,
Yeah.
like,
And they have an amazing music program. Yeah, like I've not been there for that, but yeah, but I've heard just amazing choral programs. The Beyonce Mass was very popular. Yeah. No, when you're not, because they want everyone to pull as full forward as possible. If someone stops here, they yell at them. Yeah, because before they want everyone pulled forward. So they were kind of yelling at people who were stopped there. So anyway, we were just talking about Grace Cathedral across the street. Very aligned with the alt-left. It's a beautiful Gothic style cathedral. It's the Cathedral of the Episcopal Diocese of California. Yeah, so basically they had a mass utilizing Beyonce music. So, and they had a gender-inclusive version of the Lord's Prayer.
Kathy Griffin is a racist white liberal. She called a black man a pussy. What's the left going to do? What's the left going to do?
Exactly, Dennis. That's a really good point. And why did she call a black man a pussy?
Because he didn't rag on Trump like she does and all of that,
And
which he doesn't have to.
Right. And she basically said Kevin Hart is a pussy because he's a black man not bagging on Trump.
It's really ridiculous.
She basically said that because of his skin color,
Absolutely.
he has to jump on the Trump bashing.
Yes, and that was the liberal right racism I was calling out on camera. If you guys look at the feed, so I'm calling out her racism.
I got a hold of St. Tyson.
So Dennis, born and raised here in San Francisco, and has been very involved in activism in the LGBT community, and involved in various nonprofits here in the city. So he knows what he's talking about. So.
Hey, do you remember we were at the whole Women's March and you got a reparation? Do you remember that? With that girl who gave you the $20?
Oh, reparations. I was joking.
Oh, it says someone gave you $20 as reparations.
Yes. At the women's bar.
I mean, is that like, hey, cool? I'm $20 richer. Or is that offensive? I don't know.
Well, what I think's offensive about it is it's Andrew Jackson, so he should have got 100 because they say Andrew Jackson was a slave owner.
You're right.
Being racist,
Yeah. That's a.
They should have given me Andrew.
you should have got 100. You should have said, "Give me 100 for being racist."
Yeah.
No, they.
The
What I want to know is, do I get reparations for my Irish ancestry? Because they were, I mean, nowhere. I'm not equating them to the African American enslavement, but there was a little bit of prejudice. Yeah, and then I think Norway should give us reparations because the Vikings were from Norway and came and raped and pillaged us.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. And Norway is a rich country now with oil. And they preserved their, sovereignty from, the Viking days because of raping and pillaging my ancestors in Ireland.
They were fucking up that entire continent.
Yeah, exactly. The entire continent, not just Ireland. So, anyway. I probably just offended a whole bunch of people with that comment.
People need to know the truth. History matters, and if you don't accept your history, you don't accept yourself. And if you don't accept your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So history matters. People shouldn't be mad at history. People should listen to history and learn the example of history. Not be mad at it. Don't be mad at the person telling you. Be mad at the history and do something about it for a better future. That's how you affect a negative or upset history.
Exactly. All of us can look at victimhood in our ancestry if we go far enough back. Some of us have far more horrific injustices, like the African American community here in the United States. But all of us can rise above the cards we've been dealt.
Absolutely.
And that's the difference between conservatism and liberalism. Conservatism says you're an individual and your destiny is in your hands and you can write your future. That's why we have people like Ben Carson, who was born to an illiterate mother, grew up in public housing, went on to become one of the world's renowned neurosurgeons.
Well, the show started.
Yeah, so we're doing. Sylvia, thank you for inviting followers. Appreciate that. It's going to get interesting soon. I thought people were going to be coming out. Oceanathon, thank you for inviting people. Oh yeah, no, we're going to make our voices heard. I still have a bit of a voice left. I'm going to use every bit of my voice that I have left to be heard.
Well, as soon as this lets out, it's just 10 o'clock right now. I don't know when we're going to look at here. This can turn into a madhouse.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of madness. My baby's doing very well. Are we going to ask Kathy out for coffee? I think she would turn us down, even if she was coming out this entrance. She probably has her own private security entrance. Yeah, I know. My voice is loud enough without a bullhorn. I get myself into enough trouble without a bullhorn. And no, hey, I'm with 6 other patriots who all have my back. So we are definitely going to be using wisdom here. So yeah, someone asked, how's my baby? She's doing well. She's growing quite rapidly. I'm actually calling her Ounce a Day. That's my nickname for her because she's gaining about an ounce a day over the last week. So I'm very proud of her. She basically just spends all of her time eating. She loves to cuddle with mom and gets upset when mom puts her down. Yeah, she's very cleany right now, but it makes sense. She was really small. She was born a week early. By C-section it was planned. She probably would have stayed in there cooking a little bit longer, so she needs that extra nurture. 3 weeks old yesterday, so 3 weeks in one day. So 22 days. Yeah, so we are right here in the heart of liberalism here in San Francisco, the most liberal city in the United States. So Kathy Griffin thought she could come here and thought she would be welcomed with open arms and everything. She thought she would be, welcomed with open arms. She thought she would be with ideological allies, and we met her here on the outside. We confronted her crowd. We called out their hate. We called out their violence. And we're going to be doing that as everyone's streaming out. We're going to be doing that. And we had 2 patriots go into the event, and when they started speaking ill of, when she started speaking ill of our president, they stood up and dropped a Trump flag from the balcony. So we're going to do that. So it was awesome. It was awesome. They were attacked. Someone tried to take the flag from them, and then they were escorted out. I will. So you can see the video after I go off. Go on to Amber Gwen Cummings' Facebook. I tweeted out a link to one of the videos, but that video went down, that live stream, and so you'll have to click on her profile for the second thing. So yeah.
Would be a better system than the Republic of America. It just doesn't make sense. Have we had differences? We've had something in the past. What country hasn't had strife? What country hasn't had a dark history? What country hasn't?
So we're going to see what comes.
Tell me why.
What's the video? So the video of her of Amber and Dennis dropping the flag and being attacked for it. You're welcome. It's my privilege to be out here. It's my privilege to be streaming and sharing all of this. Yeah, there's angry, evil people making comments. Just like that whole crowd were angry, evil people. If you watched my Periscope from earlier, and you're going to see it in a few minutes, people were not even going in. They were just standing outside, yelling at us, giving us the finger, shouting, F Trump, F Trump, F Trump. They couldn't say why they don't like Trump. They couldn't share anything. They called us Nazis. They called us racists. It was absolutely ridiculous, because if you look at the makeup of our group, of our 7 people, we're a very diverse group, and most of us, if not all of us, would have been candidates for the concentration camps based on either our sexuality, our religion, or our race, or some of us multiples. So multiple things.
And he said, you know what, I'm going to take a lot of heat for this. Just like we're going to take hell coming out of here right now.
Hey, no, we're here nonviolent. We're here nonviolent. These are, just a bunch of people going to see a comedy show. The worst thing we're going to be confronting is a few drunk people who want to take a swing at us. That's the worst thing that can happen. And you know what? That's the thing. These people who are pissed here, these are white elitists for the most part. These are liberal elites. They're upper middle class. They are not people who are on welfare. No, the people who are going to the Kathy Griffin show, these are privileged elite. This is the privileged elite. These are not people who struggle. They don't know the meaning of struggle. They don't. Well, our group knows struggle more than the group going in there. Our group knows diversity better than they do in there. Yeah, alcohol, I think, was sold in there.
A lot of people, upset at her, obviously. She's upset because the people are blackballing her. Nobody writes to a president disrespect. You know what I mean? And I would have took the same position. If somebody would have held Obama's head up and did that, I'd have said, okay, that's
there's a fine line.
There's a line you don't cross, and you don't do that with Obama either. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't become a psychopath.
You don't disrespect the office.
You don't do something like that about a president. That's just disgusting and sick.
Yeah.
Okay?
You don't pull a psychopath.
No, you don't.
I think it's funny.
And that's what we're here today standing up for, saying what she did is on the line, and she's whining. You see their video.
Exactly. You're right. It is hilarious.
I really wonder what was in her right
calling us
mind. She
racist.
saw that what's the name? ISIS beheaded someone recently. So why would she decide to put a photo up of her doing that to a president when they know how Americans feel about, when she knows how Americans feel about ISIS and about that type of shit. So
well, and also Dennis,
That's just the way I see it.
how insensitive is that to the victims that actually had beheadings? I mean, that's so insensitive to those people to do that, to make them relive that. Because the minute they say, if you had a relative or a family member that was done that way, first thing that's going to pop in your head is that, right?
yeah.
You know, I mean, that's, and she tries to claim all this liberal sensitivity. So she's not being very sensitive to those victims.
Yeah, MAGA is coming back strong. You're right.
That'd be like sitting there going, oh, I'm going to do a protest. I'm going to, hit a couple, do like a video of hitting a couple planes into a tower just to make a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hitting a plane into a Trump tower or something. That would be as tasteless as something like that. You know
Whoa.
what I mean?
I guess it would be tasteless.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm
Right.
using that as kind of a metaphorical type thing. I mean, nobody would sit there and think that's funny. Why is this any funnier? I mean, sitting there, it's as tasteless as that is. You know what I mean? That would be just as disgusting. Well, that'd probably be more disgusting.
Even a cartoon depicting that too.
Yeah,
a
it would be
cartoon
disgusting.
depicting a plane crashing into the Trump Tower.
Yeah, I'm
Terrible.
just saying. I'm not saying anybody's done that. What I'm trying to say is, it'd be something that to get people to understand, because most of the people are very emotional about 9/11, and they should be. So the victims that are having their family beheaded overseas, and they see that on TV, and it's plastered everywhere, it's like a wound, something like that. There's just certain areas you don't go. You don't go to those kind of areas.
Yeah.
There's certain places you just don't touch, and those areas you don't touch.
And it's happening.
Those are sacred areas.
And it's
And I
happening
agree with the
far
comment
more
that
than
it's
people
very
realize.
It's happening all the time.
Family
And
survivors.
this is sacred areas you don't touch.
Okay.
I mean, even it's not funny. There's nothing funny about it.
I mean, I read a case where ISIS went straight to a girls' school, like as it was said she kidnapped all the kids right there. Yeah, it's only cases like that that just made people change their lives to get that information out. And some of them,
I've seen one video where they had a bunch of guys lined up, defended and worn out their way.
yeah, it's like
I saw one before and I didn't want to see one again. I saw one. I don't want to ever see one. But I mean, even that, when I thought of that, made me think of that video. I'm not trying to play a victim card or anything, because certainly it doesn't affect me like it does a family member. But it's like we're at war right now with these terrorists doing these things, and it's not. This certainly is not the kind of time you wouldn't go, a few years after Pearl Harbor and make jokes about that. You know what I mean? It's just something it's an area you just don't touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she's not funny. She's vile. She's disgusting.
No, she was. Well, you know how tasteless she was? The first thing she did when she came out was lift her skirt up.
She
That was
lifted
the
her
first thing
skirt
did.
up.
She
First
lifted
thing
her
she did
skirt
was
up.
flash her skirt. First thing that she did was go, woo. And, I mean, it's like, okay,
What's funny about that?
yeah, what is funny about that? Just being a total classless whore.
Yeah.
Wow.
She just lifted, that's the first thing she did. She pulled up her skirt. She had, she didn't have her skate panties, a pair of black panties on, but still, it was just like, wow, that's pretty tasteless.
yeah, let's flash the crowd. Let's get some applause.
I think, well, when I was afraid of the smell that would come out from there, I don't think people that was very respectful to the people in the first row as well.
Yeah. But she's also the same person who got a pap smear on television while wearing a bikini poolside.
Wow.
Yeah, she was wearing a bikini by the pool and got a pap smear, for her show, My Life on the D List.
Oh, okay.
I think it was for that or something else. Yeah, it is. So to the person who says, do I have kids and how can I sleep at night knowing that Trump has kids in cages? You know what? It upsets me, just like it upset me that Obama put kids in cages. So what's going on our border upsets me. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about our immigration situation. We need to have better border security so that people are not put through that kind of horror, and we need to improve our immigration system to make it easier for the right people to come to this country. And we can't have open borders. I mean, no other country allows illegal immigration like we do. And you're right, they're not really cages, but they look like cages. So everyone wants to call them cages. But their parents brought them here illegally. What do you expect? When you break the law, you're going to be put into a detention center. My wife is an immigrant. My grandmother is an immigrant. Her sisters are immigrants. I have immigrants all throughout my family, but they all came here legally. My wife still has PTSD from fighting our immigration system for a decade. So don't lecture me on immigration compassion. I've had friends deported by Obama. I've had friends, families go bankrupt trying to stay here to fight Obama deportation orders, and thankfully they were able to. So yeah, exactly. Obama deported more illegals than any other president. Exactly. And you know what? All of you who jump onto these live streams and attack me for being cruel and heartless, for supporting Trump and his immigration policies, you know what? You were silent, and you didn't lecture Obama when there were refugee camps full of Christian refugees from Iraq and Syria who were trying to get into this country, and Obama did not let hardly any of them in. Many of them had family members and churches that were going to sponsor them. They were not going to take welfare. They had people who would sponsor them and sign that they would financially support that. Yeah, you guys are hypocrites. You like to criticize Trump, but you were not criticizing Obama for doing far worse. The only thing is Trump is more vocal about it, and the media shows it. The media was silent during Obama's presidency. So all you are doing is parroting you're parroting a liberal narrative. You're parroting an anti-Trump narrative. That's what you're doing. Yes, Stephen, I gave you a couple shouts, so thank you so much for those massive super hearts. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Obama gave his aunt, who was undocumented, illegal, he gave her citizenship by executive order. I think I remember that. Exactly. Trump has been asking the Democrats to come to the table and to craft a compassionate immigration law that will solve this. Don't call me a fake Christian. Yeah. No, don't call me a fake Christian. And unless you are married to someone who has PTSD from battling the immigration system for a decade. You talk about separating families. My wife's family was torn apart by our immigration system because my wife was not allowed to immigrate for a decade because of a simple mistake her father made on a visa when she was a teenager. And so she was punished for that for a decade. It took her a decade to come back into this country, separated from her siblings who were American citizens, separated from her parents, and she finally was able to come back and immigrate, and she's a green card holder and is 2 years away from achieving citizenship. So don't you lecture me on tearing apart families or compassion. I've seen families torn apart because of Obama's immigration. Ron, are you invisible? I haven't seen any other comments, so my apologies if I missed some. Trump wants to fix it. Exactly. He does want to fix it. He does want to fix it. And he has a lot of advisors, Christians, minority Christians, who are talking to him about compassionate immigration. Okay, looks like people are coming out. Okay. Okay, guys, I think more people are coming out.
Okay. And whatever, yeah, we are very, my husband knows all.
So we're seeing a few more people trickling out. Sylvia, you keep getting blocked from giving super hearts. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. Exactly. Parents who put their kids through illegal immigration, I understand why they think it's a good idea. But yeah, I mean, there's consequences for that. And what other countries do are far, far worse. Millie, I will definitely be careful.
So basically, when they open the door, you can consider like they unlock the San Quentin bullshit. They're going to come.
Sylvia, thank you for that. Yeah, giving to me directly is awesome. You can PayPal me. So yeah, you can support me via PayPal. My email is in my profile here. That's my PayPal address. There's also the link to my PayPal on my Twitter feed. So, no, I agree. You should not have a theocracy. You should not. We're a republic with separation of church and state. So I guess those are some early stragglers leaving. I'm surprised it's going on this long. And Amber's still here. Yeah, I think you're right. People trying to beat the rush.
One of these days, we really, I think we need to do a video, like literally drive around, and we need to like video to all the homeless, that, like we've been talking about going out and, defeating, because I'm serious about that. And I think it would be great because, a lot of these people are good people. I tell everyone every day, I'm one type of paycheck away from the streets. I am. And I make good money. You know what I mean? But I can't.
They all snuck out the back. Yeah, I don't think there is a back entrance to this place. Because I've been in here once before. Not for a show, but I came here and checked it out. But yeah, I don't think there is a back entrance. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go silent. Sorry, trying to protect my voice a little bit. How many came out? It was a sold out show. I don't know what the capacity is. Amber was estimating a couple thousand. So you see right here, here's, Uber ride. Uber car is already responding. There's a list. Here's some people trying to figure out what car. No, not really. I mean, just a few people coming out already. What? Yeah, exactly. People exiting the garage, maybe. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can get from there to the garage. Oh yeah, no. Kathy Griffin knows how to do controversy. She definitely does. She definitely knows how to use controversy.
But here's another good example, people. We show up on our Antifa and their bottom screen. This is another good example that Antifa isn't doing the typical stuff that Antifa.
were you at the show?
Yes.
Can I interview you for a Periscope live stream? What your thoughts were on the show?
Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah?
Amazing.
So I heard that she started the show by lifting up her skirt and flashing the crowd.
No, I wasn't here when she did that.
Oh, okay. You weren't
So
here
we
for that
were
part.
like right after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what were your thoughts on the activists who disrupted the show in solidarity with Trump?
I didn't see that either.
Oh, you didn't see that either?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
No,
No
she
worries.
was awesome, though.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
I love her. I have her on my tweets.
Okay.
I love her. Okay?
All right, cool. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
So there you have it. They were interesting. I have a feeling they weren't even at the show because they don't really remember anything from the show. So, yeah, she did bash Trump, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Madonna was out of line for saying that. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like, I think Jimmy Kimmel does this a lot, where Jimmy Kimmel will be like out and he'll ask like, how did you enjoy the presidential debate last night? You know, who did you think won? And they'll be like, oh, Hillary, definitely. And they'll like even have like comments on like, oh, what Trump said was out of line, etc. No, I really dislike Jimmy Kimmel too, but those skits are really funny where he like asks people like, oh yeah, Mark Dice, you know, he asked, I think it was Mark Dice or someone, he did a YouTube video where he was at the beach on Memorial Day asking people what they thought about us nuking China the week before. And people were like, oh yeah, and like people were like, yeah, that was kind of out of line. I wasn't crazy about it. You know, I mean, it was just ridiculous. So yeah. That was Mark Dice. Yeah, it was really funny. Just like total low information people who don't want to admit, like, oh, I didn't see that. What's my view on De Niro? It was pointless. It was stupid for him saying F Trump. Like, he basically is alienating a huge portion of the population.
She was going down to be a view or
Trying to post a picture on the feed. You can't post a picture on the Periscope feed.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
We thought you were here.
Yeah, you can't put a picture.
We're in front.
Are you on your way or what are you doing?
Oh, that would be a hilarious question. Asking what people think about Kathy Griffin replacing Sarah Sanders. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay, are you across the street or where are you? What kind of car are you?
We had the pickup spot.
For the park. The pickup is down by Huntington Park. Right down, just at the corner of Taylor, make a left. It's right there, California and Taylor. Thank you, lady. Have a good night.
So I'm gonna. We're seeing that here. yeah, so I'm gonna just walk down and see what's going on down here. They mentioned like there's a pickup spot down below. I'm wondering if there is some kind of back entrance that people are bringing people out, because it is very strange how we're kind of getting a slow trickle, but not a mad rush. So yeah. Here we have the exhibit hall. So here's where people drive. Yeah, I don't know, guys. There is a parking garage. I don't know if people are coming out through the parking garage, but I didn't see a mass exodus out of there. So, and here in the city, most people would be taking Ubers and Lyfts. So, it is quite strange. Maybe she decapitated the entire audience. Could be. Could be. Could be. We'll see. Yeah, so guy just walking past was in a shirt and tie, and he spit on the ground in front of Amber and Dennis as they were holding the flag. Oh, they did drink the haterade. They did drink the haterade. So definitely, friends. We'll see.
I'm sure these idiots are spitting on it. So this is what we're putting up with for America. We're going to be assaulting spin on.
Yeah, no, I find it hard to find anyone finds that funny.
Make the point that we're going to stand up for America, face violence, face persecution, be spit on, attacked, cursed out. We're going to do it because we're going to stand up for you guys in America right now.
It is cold. I am actually double layered because it's been cold all day. I'm wearing my heavy parka, and underneath I'm wearing a sweater. So that's basically what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing the vest. You really can't see it, but I'm wearing a brand new vest that I bought for these things. So, you know, it has pockets and stuff so I can carry all my gear better and have everything accessible. So thank you guys for your support there. So some guy just stuck his hand in my face. Maybe he thought I was filming him or something. Shows like the extreme rudeness. Yeah. So still it's kind of like dead people coming out. So it is very, very strange.
Building because it'll offend somebody. It'll be like, well, that's not inclusive. So, you know, even though it has all 50 states,
yeah,
it's not
exactly.
Inclusive.
I don't know anyone who would want to see a first start.
I mean, it sounds like a joke, but they'll do it.
It's interesting. They're closing up the lights there. This is the front where everyone came in. You know what? So there was there a warm-up act?
No, it was just she just went on stage. There's a video. There's just a video. I have a
yeah, but because it's such a slow stream of people, I wonder if they were like people coming out through the garage. But I didn't even see a mass exodus out there. Like it's crazy. Like it was more of a steady stream of people going in. So.
There will be prosecutions. I won't stand down and just go, oh, well, we'll just do about it. If we're attacked, this stuff is going to stop. There should be felony charges if they attack us for no reason. And I'd be going for say hate crime. Hate just for political beliefs, I believe it's something that is, you know, it's a hate crime. I don't know if it's classified, but that's a hate crime.
We are not seeing. Maybe it's. So my wife is saying my daughter's missing me. They all kill themselves watching the poor act. You know what? You might be right. That might be where everyone is everyone killed themselves. So I'll be soon. Of course, I'm pro-Trump. Of course, I'm pro-Trump. So, yeah, we are not seeing the crazy group. Well, no, it was standing room only. It was sold out. I think there's exits on Pine Street. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what happened. Drank the purple drink. Exactly.
Hey, we go down standing in front of me.
Maybe giving them a second show. Yeah, I mean, that makes no sense. But they've been coming out for a while.
Down by the park, please. All right, thank you.
You exited that way. So, what I think happened, because they've been exiting for like 20 minutes, like a slow stream.
Are they?
I think they exited. Someone on my live stream was saying they think there's exits on Pine Street, and when they came here before, they exited that way.
You know what, that's okay though.
Yeah,
That's
so I
okay.
think
I'm
most
not gonna go
people.
chase them.
No, and you know
I
what?
don't wanna piss off the cops.
And actually, you know, we didn't have a
That's
crazy
really cool.
altercation, so
That's true.
that's a positive. I was hoping more people would see this and get triggered like they were when they were coming in.
Out, so we can...
Oh, they are?
Oh, they're letting out.
Okay. Maybe in more of a stream. Maybe I spoke too
Some
soon.
are coming. I don't
Oh,
know
here's
why.
more of the crowd.
We can always relocate.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
They're
that's
coming
kind
out.
of...
I see them coming out.
Okay, maybe the main rush is coming. Because that's what I'm wondering. Because, like, we've seen, like, a slow trickle
I
for,
wouldn't
like,
be
30
surprised.
minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they trigger.
Yeah.
Because they know that people are living.
Right.
And they know that people, well, obviously they just can't keep their hands to like
Yeah. The cops are more concerned about them getting crazy on us.
us.
Right, we're not.
We don't
Yeah.
get crazy. We don't get violent. The violence
Yeah.
breaks out because of them. I mean, I've watched people, friends of mine, that don't even fight back because they don't believe in fighting back.
Right.
Like Joey, and I've seen it happen, and yet they make him look like he's this big bad monster, and it's like Joey's going in there like this with his hands up, and it's like, really?
Hi, can I interview you about the show?
Right behind you.
Really? Why?
Hi, Hitler!
Whoa! I'm Jewish! How dare you speak that hate?
They're Nazis. God, they're
Yeah,
Nazis.
you hear that? That's the
Nazis.
third time today
Nazis,
that
man.
someone used Nazi
Did you
words
see those white
towards
guys be
me.
Nazis? God.
Time someone yelled Heil Hitler coming out of the Kathy Griffin show. They labeled to me, my wife is the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor, and they shout Heil Hitler at me. That's hate speech, my friends. Trump is your president! Yeah, no, they're triggered. They're triggered. I can't believe it.
That was some Heil Hitler.
Sir, can I interview you about the show?
Heil Hitler tells me, okay.
Yeah, third time Nazi wording. You know? They call us the Nazis. But they're the ones shouting Heil Hitler. They're the ones
That
shouting
was
Sieg
crazy.
Heil.
Heil Hitler, that guy said. That was crazy.
Yeah,
They gave the salute.
right.
I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty proud of it. And he said it was, okay, whatever floats your boat.
You know, I'm going to call people out like that. When people use Nazi wording, when people speak anti-Semitic hate like that, I'm going to call it out. People might say I'm being triggered. No, I'm going to confront that hate. It's not me being triggered. It's me confronting that kind of hate.
You got the local news whistle down here to hear that.
Of course, no, they're not going to be down here because they're not going to show the
How are we racist? Yeah.
How
Racist
about
against
my
what
president? He stopped
minority?
wars. first started.
I'm curious.
Yes.
What's going on?
So we're protesting the Kathy Griffin show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we're protesting her use of violent imagery and death threats against our president.
So you're Trump people.
We are supporters of our president.
Okay.
So what do you mean by Trump people, though?
Well, you're idiots.
So because we support the president, we're an idiot?
Pretty much.
How does that make us an idiot?
Pretty much.
Can you please explain that?
No.
Why is supporting the president of the United States and opposing violence being an idiot? Why is that?
Actually, because he's a bigot. To be honest.
Thank you.
Who is a bigot? He is?
Your president is a bigot.
How am
Well,
I
he's
a
your
bigot?
president, too.
He's not my president. I didn't vote for him.
No, but that's
never
how
did vote
democracy
for him.
works. Obama was my president, and I didn't vote for him.
And I actually am Republican.
So you're
That's the funny
racist?
thing.
So
I
you're
think your
racist?
president is a bigot.
So
and I
why
have
is he a
voted
bigot?
Republican all my life. Because of his tweets. Look at the dumbass.
So can you give me
Look
an
at-
example? Can
read
you give me
his
an
tweets.
Can you give me an example
Oh my
of which
God,
one
go on-
that you thought
go
were
on
bigoted?
Twitter, dude.
I am. I want to know which ones offend you the most. So
All of them.
Give me
All of
one
them.
example. Can you give one example?
Sure, I'll go on Twitter right now.
Sure. Let's find one example of something that he tweeted out that was bigoted. And
About himself or about something else?
Selfie sticking is this.
Let's see. I mean, seriously,
You
are you
should
that
come up-
uneducated? Are you that uneducated?
No. I want to know coming from you. You're the one leveling the charge that he's a bigot. So I want you to come up with an example of that.
I would have to go through so many years of Twitter
Just
history.
come up because there isn't one. So just come up with one example. Come up with one
He's
recent
live
one.
tweeting right now.
Come up with one recent
I don't
example.
care. I don't care.
See, because he's not a bigot. That's why.
Read
You
Twitter.
can't support your own charge.
Read Twitter. That's all.
You can't support your own thing.
No, I'm good.
Truth is not on your side.
Waiting for my husband.
You're just making stuff up.
I guess I am.
Yeah, see? Because if you were speaking the truth, you could say it. Enlighten me.
Your president.
He's your president too. If you're an American citizen, he's your president.
Obama was my president too. I mean, he was elected, was my
Hillary
president.
Clinton said that we need to support the outcome of the election no matter what.
Yeah, tell Trump got elected.
Yeah. Then she took
That's
those
what they
words
forget
back.
to do, the liberals melt. Have a good day. We didn't ride in the streets with Obama. As a matter of fact, I voted for Obama the first time. I'll get you guys are good.
Trump is your president. We do not support the violent ideology of Kathy Griffin. You are supporters of violent hate by coming out to her show.
That's true.
They're also supporters of racism. She called a black man a pussy just because he's a black man because he didn't attract Trump. That's racism.
Oh my God, we think for
By
ourselves.
their
We're part of the
standards.
LGBT. and
By
think
the
for
left
ourselves.
standards, that's
Imagine
racism.
LGBT people who think for themselves.
Right?
Imagine that. Imagine LGBT people who actually think for themselves.
Exactly. They
That
don't
don't
want
let
that.
liberals speak for them.
Exactly.
Imagine that. Imagine we're allowed to think for ourselves. Imagine that we're allowed to stand with Americans. We're not being put in these little categories and boxes. And if we stand with all Americans, and we're not the racists here. We're not the bigots. We stand with everybody. Imagine that we just
Definitely.
don't
A
stand
black
like that.
gay man
Imagine
supports
we're not
Donald Trump.
cowards. Imagine us standing the LGBT cowards. Imagine that. Imagine LGBT people who actually care about America. Imagine that. Imagine the ones that don't support communism. Who're so cowardly they support communism. Imagine those kind of cowards. Oh.
You were just treating your husband like a damn dog right now. Now.
Oh.
That's the defense of that shit right there. Don't treat any one of your friends like a goddamn dog, you fuck.
Just because you can't take for
Now.
yourself. I'm sorry.
Now.
LGBT people can take for themselves. I know that kills you. Oh, LGBT people can take for themselves. We're not zombies. Imagine we love America. We're not traitors. We don't
Hi,
want
are you
communism.
you waiting for your ride?
Yes.
Okay, so for Uber, it says the park, California and Taylor. If you can have thank you for that.
Okay, but then we only choose to get people.
Stand up if they're down there, and if they was up here yelling, I'd tell them the same thing. And as long as you're respectful to them, they should be respectful for you, because we all have the right to say what we want. But we
That I
don't
agree. We
have
do
the
have to
right to yell. Nobody has the right to yell. At the end of the night, when all of our guests comes out and they're like, "Woo, great show," we're going to tell them, please use your inside voices, because we don't.
So when
want
they
our
start
neighbors-
talking to us and calling us, they
well,
always say,
no yelling.
But no violence, right?
No yelling.
You know these liberals are going to get violent.
But as long as when I talk about violence, I'm talking about yelling. When the violence comes up, we'll approach the violence at that time. We just don't want any yelling because we don't want our neighbors to complain. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Let's keep it respectful.
Okay.
We agree with that. That's the message. He says free speech. We don't yell. That's fine. They yell at us. I don't think we have a right to yell back. I don't think that we have to put up with that.
Okay. I understand. They don't want their use permit being in jeopardy. They don't want their use permit being in jeopardy. But with having the neighbors complain. So.
Well, I mean, that's respectful, but I mean, they were yelling at us. They were engaging us, yelling.
Right.
As soon as they got down there, they started yelling at us. So, I mean,
voice.
As a matter of fact, the cops did ask us not to be right here. So I'm going to be respectful of the police.
They did ask us to be over there.
Here and go
yeah.
over there.
Well, this is such a... I think they were expecting a bigger crowd coming out.
Well, there's a bunch of people in there. They just said they haven't let them out yet.
Oh, they haven't let him out yet. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's why. So this is the early trickle. How long is her comedy show? I mean, what did she do?
Comedy marathon.
Yeah. Well, someone commented on my stream that everyone killed themselves after watching her. I can only stick it out for a little bit longer. So.
No, I don't mind them. I want to see what you do when they come on.
Well, guys, so yeah, I mean, it is an interesting place because most of this is residential. All show. So right here, this is a big residential apartment building right here, and then right there, another residential building. Here's a church, and then there's a hotel, and then other residential. So they are right, and I understand that they try to keep everyone quiet. But yeah, so. Yeah, so we get it. So. Hello. Yeah. I'm reporting the whole thing.
What's wrong with Trump?
Lowest black unemployment, high GDP.
Okay, no.
Oh, no.
Why?
Here.
Because I support getting our jobs back. I support.
Are you getting our jobs back?
Oh, yes. 4% GDP growth is proof of that. Okay?
Record low African American unemployment.
Okay, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
But why?
Okay, just explain one thing to you.
Tell me more, because you're not telling me why.
Okay, he just sat there and ended the Korean.
Hang on a second.
I can't speak.
No, you can't speak because I'm asking you why, and you're not telling me why. You're telling me bullshit.
I was just giving you reasons of why I support Trump.
You're telling me GDP, but you know what?
That's not important. We don't need GDP.
The GDP's been growing since 2010. Did you support Obama because of the GDP?
Oh, well, how much growth was supporting? He was like, what, getting 0.5%, if that. He was not getting GDP. He was cooking the numbers too. He was taking things like fast food.
So Obama was a liar. Why did you say Obama's a liar and not Trump?
This is liberal thing. You don't want to let me talk about my point. Now, what about North Korea right now, South Korea? See, that's what the liberals like to do. They want to switch around. Let's talk about that. You're
North Korea's a win?
Oh, it's a total win. Denuclearizing a dictator. North Korea is
instead of escalating. Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
You have proof of that?
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
What's your proof?
They've already shut down one of their testing sites.
What's your proof?
They've already shut down one of their testing sites. I don't have the satellite imagery. I'm not military.
Then you can't say that. You're making statements you can't
our
back
allies.
up with proof.
Japan agrees with it.
You can't back up your statements with truth.
Do you think we should listen to the Japanese, that they have a stake in this?
That's an unrelated question.
It has nothing.
It is related.
No, it is related because who would be nuked? Who would be nuked?
It's not related.
In this case,
it's not related.
Who is North Korea pointing the nukes at? Japan. No, it's very related.
It's not related.
Japan has a bigger interest in the denuclearization
I asked you what
than we
proof.
do.
No, hang on. Guys, hang on a second. I asked you what proof there is. And now you're asking me a different question. You're changing.
Japan says there's proof.
Hang on. What proof do you have of that?
Prime Minister Abe says.
Show me on your phone. Take your phone out.
I'm recording. I'm not going to stop the recording to pull it out.
The fucking recording's not important.
Okay.
So you can't back up what you're saying. So you can't back up what you're saying.
You show me that I'm not.
I can't prove a negative. That's not how logic works. Can you prove a negative?
Liberals don't have logic. Jesus, that's a goddamn.
Can you prove?
Google
Can you prove
Prime
I'm not
Minister
holding? Can you
aides.
prove? Hang on a second. Can you prove I'm not holding a pebble in my left hand?
No, just Google
Okay, so
Prime
you
Minister aides
understand.
statement
Hang on a
North
second.
Korea.
Hang on.
I'm telling you what to Google.
You understand that you can't prove a negative, right? You
Yes,
understand
I'm
that
not an
concept?
idiot, sir.
Well, are you not really?
Why? Oh, you're calling me an idiot now.
No, I'm asking. Are you not an idiot?
I'm not an idiot.
Okay, so let's go with that. Let's say you're not an idiot. Assuming you're not an idiot, that means you understand how proof works, right?
Yes.
But you're not willing to give me any.
I just cited it.
You didn't. You said words.
So you want me to show you the classified satellite imagery?
I don't
what
know.
proof?
Hang on a
What
second,
proof
hang
will
on a
you
second.
accept?
I don't
Me
even.
bringing Prime Minister aid right here in the flesh.
Hold on. I don't even know your name, so why should I believe anything you say?
Vice versa.
But I'm not saying anything. I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions. I'm not making statements.
Actually, you have made a lot
I'm
of
asking
statements. You
questions.
called Trump a liar.
No, I didn't.
You
I
did,
asked
actually.
her if Obama was a liar. I didn't say that Trump was a liar.
You insinuated it by the follow-up question.
Insinuation
and
and
you don't think
statements are
so.
two different things.
No, but you wouldn't talk to us in North Korea. You kept saying, okay, so North Korea.
Yeah, actually, you said
is that a lie?
And you actually, you did say something about
So it's a
GDP.
treaty?
Okay, all right,
So it's a treaty?
okay.
No.
Let's
It's not semantics.
An agreement.
It's semantics.
An
It's important.
agreement, okay,
So we have a
good.
treaty now.
Agreement. See,
No.
but
You
the
said
liberal-
treaty.
Okay, so I just backed it
You
up
said
with
treaty.
agreement.
So
Okay, I just
you
corrected
misspoke.
it.
You misspoke.
Oh my God, I made a mistake. Imagine that in the liberal
Wait,
world.
hang on. Was that mistake based on ignorance or malfeasance?
It's based on I made a mistake. Is
So,
that not
but
hard
mistake,
for you to
but
understand?
no,
See,
it's not. It's not hard to understand.
Okay, let's get past the point.
Mistakes happen for two reasons, right?
An agreement
It's either
happened.
ignorance or
You don't-
malfeasance.
You don't want to talk about the agreement. The agreement was made.
But it wasn't an agreement. Trump and on themselves, or Trump and Kim themselves, said it wasn't an agreement. It's a framework.
Okay, well, okay.
Nothing was
Then-
agreed
so
upon.
you're not-
Pompeo
you're not
himself
happy.
came out and
Then
said,
you're not
Actually, there
"This is
wasn't
not
an
an agreement.
agreement.
It's a
You're not
framework,
happy.
not an agreement."
Okay,
It's a framework.
Paperwork
There's two different
paperwork
things.
that's
Trump
signed
and
by two
Kim
parties.
called it an agreement.
Paperwork that's signed by two parties is an agreement,
Who signed it?
right?
And what
Who
about
signed
all
it?
the previous
Who signed
years
it?
where that was
Wait, who signed it?
on and agreed on?
Donald
signed it?
Trump,
Trump
Donald
and Kim.
Trump and Kim signed those agreements.
Did they?
Yes.
Yes, he
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure
And what
about
about
that?
the
Yes,
previous
it
years
was
where
on
you
saw the
agreed
signing
on?
ceremony.
I
It was on
saw
film.
the ceremony.
Really?
And I saw
Are you
it on
sure about
CNN.
that?
I saw the
Are
video.
you
Yeah. I'm 100%.
Yes.
I'm 100%.
Can you show me that proof?
Dude, you
Hold
guys,
I saw
that's
the
what
images.
liberals do. That's what they do all the time. They just get there, play semantics with you, and play games and just turn your words around. Why keep messing with these idiots? That's
So
what they do.
wait, so
I'm not gonna
so
play
it's
semantics.
wrong. So it's wrong that somebody turns
No,
their
you
words
just keep
against
trying to
you?
turn. You try to get away
It's
from the
wrong when
point.
people try to
Blah,
make you
blah,
think.
blah. Okay,
or-
liberal,
Wait,
go.
tell me what I'm doing wrong
I don't
here.
have to talk to you, liberal.
You're right. You don't.
I don't have to.
You don't have to,
Then
but
why are
you
you
still
here?
are. But you
If you
still
don't
are.
want to talk to us, why are you here?
We're confronting the hate that you supported tonight. You support terrorist
Wait.
hate.
That's what they're trying to do.
What's your definition of terrorism?
So, beheading someone,
Wait, who's beheaded?
Oh boy.
people in the Middle East by ISIS.
Okay, who's beheaded tonight?
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin was beheaded
depicted-
tonight. Are you sure
No.
about that?
Can you
Because
please
we
just
literally
listen
talked-
to me,
No,
sir?
you just
Kathy
said.
Griffin
You just said.
No,
Kathy-
you interrupted me.
No,
You interrupted me
No,
mid-sentence.
dude, calm down.
You
Calm down.
interrupted me
You-
mid-sentence.
Calm down.
He asked who
You're
was
being
beheaded.
way too
It was
passionate.
Kathy Griffin.
No,
You said
I
Kathy
said
Griffin
Kathy
was
Griffin,
beheaded.
and then you cut off me mid-sentence.
You need to calm down.
You cut me off
You need to calm,
mid-sentence.
sir. I'm asking you to calm down.
Okay, will you stop interrupting me and let me answer your
It's a
question?
comprehensive document that they're signing.
Yeah.
They're both right here.
Yeah, that's actually not an agreement. Mike Pompeo came out and said it's not an agreement. It's a framework. It's a framework.
The two
That's
heads
two
of
different-
states called it an agreement.
Yeah, and then the Secretary of State of the United States came out and said it's not an agreement. It's a framework.
So,
So you guys understand the
whose
difference
rank is
between
higher?
Hey, sir, we're just going to try and keep the voice. Thank you very much.
Whose rank is higher?
That's a nonsense question.
No.
Because
Who's
the Trump White House walks his statements back all the time. You have to know that, right?
So does
So
Trump
it
serve
doesn't
at the
matter.
pleasure of Pompeo,
It
or
doesn't
does
matter.
Pompeo serve
It
at the
doesn't
pleasure
matter.
of Trump?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Because the White House walks back his statements all the time. We're gonna get back to what we were talking about. Okay.
Okay.
So you said that Kathy Griffin was beheaded tonight.
No, I didn't.
Stop feeding into their
You interrupted me mid-sentence. You interrupted me mid-sentence.
I know you like
Sir, can I
making
finish my
stupid people
sentence?
Seem stupid, but we've got
Oh,
to
now
walk
you
away.
get. Oh, see, all you do is
Let them
insult
go.
us. You liberals are all the same. You call people
we're,
stupid.
We're all the same.
You call us stupid. You know what? I had anti-Semitic hate speech 3 times. I had someone give me a Nazi salute earlier tonight.
So,
hang
on, hold. So it's bad when people insult others?
Yes.
Is it bad? Is it
can
bad
I
when
grab
Trump?
you by the genitalia?
No.
But that's what your president wants to do.
Are you threatening me, ma'am?
No,
Are you threatening me?
No, but I'm saying that's what your president
you reach
does.
towards me. Okay.
That's what your
I
president
advise you to back
does.
away.
And that's
Because
what
you just physically threatened me.
Cowardly bullshit.
I
You have no balls. You're gonna back away? Are you gonna keep backing
Sir,
away?
Would you please get out of my face, sir? Sir, back up. Back up. Back up.
You think I haven't been chemically sprayed before?
Back up. Last time.
Come on. Now, this is gonna.
Dude, you want to threaten me?
Break it up. Break it up. Hey. Motherfucker, break it up. Break it up, motherfucker. Good fucking hit me. I'll fucking Hey! Let him go. Police.
Separate. No. He told you to back up and
you fucking punk. You're a fucking punk. You're a fucking punk. Motherfucker, I'm not.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yes, yeah, I'm going to stop this live stream right now. I'm with